they gotta watch out for that late game because I think, despite the Cecilia on the left, I feel like ONIC still has a better late game scale here.
They're trying to secure off the last options. If ever all else fails from beginning or to the middle. But we've seen ONIC perform with this hero and Nathan a staple as well. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, did Beloyski use this back in Season 8? Opening the season, so it's also a staple signature pick for ONIC Philippines. But looking at their picks here, just to focus on ONIC, there are three rather, that can sustain damage.
Nathan TP'd away, by the way.
Nathan is
like,
in conceal.
Yeah, he's on conceal.
He's on conceal.
He's there. He's there. Don't worry.
He uses ultimate and went inside the game already. He's farming now. He's farming now.
He's already on.
Why are you too advanced?
He's taking his minions.
Can you even do that?
I mean, he's not here.
How advanced Marky is.
Or maybe he's getting his makeup done. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Well, we don't know yet if this was really a Nathan pick. This could still be a redraft.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Well, I just remember EJ is just basically EJ.
Oh, yeah.
Nice one. Okay.
All right,
Could this be a sure lineup for ONIC Philippines? But RSG, I think they're all locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
So
time.
I'm actually quite happy with the selection that they have here. Overall, there is more room for error, I would say, for RSG. Because a mismanaged Fatal Links, then you're going to have to wait for a long cooldown. It really hurts a lot of teams.
And in contrast, there's no room for error for ONIC Philippines. You have to scale towards the late game.
Same thing.
And you cannot fail a single team fight. And the thing about RSG's lineup is that they don't even like team fighting. They just want constant pressure against ONIC Philippines, which is going to be a big problem because if you look at the lineup of ONIC PH, they don't deal with pressure that well. If the Baksha cannot invade the enemy jungler, suddenly it is just a farming hero. And then DeFranco has no partner when it comes to taking down heroes. No pick-off is easy for ONIC PH. If you hook somebody, you need to throw everything at it.
So we can say that ONIC Philippines right now, they need to make it count. From beginning to end, they need to make it straight. Now, Nathan is back from his ultimate.
See, I told you, he had to get that magnificent hair done.
Look at that, man.
Beautiful.
He needs to have his hair floating in the air.
Yeah. We are loading up on the game number 3, folks. And if you just joined us, it's a 2-0 so far for RSG. So ONIC basically trying to see if they can stop that sweep from happening.
Okay.
And it is a very tall order.
For the first time in playoffs, we don't have any sprints.
Oh, yeah, good point.
No marathon here, both for RSG and ONIC.
Because Marky was rocking the Purify emblem. I thought this was going to be a sprint,
And
Nathan. But again, you have to be worried about the Atlas.
it's only Marky with a Purify.
They need the last
Interesting.
resort. Yeah.
That's risky, isn't it? To have 3 Flickers and 1 Purify against an Atlas.
Grok does have CC immunity. Beloyski, I don't think you're going to be rocking your Purify emblem, battle spell on the Franco.
Oh, you need it on the
Larski, on the other hand, is a different, different conversation.
Now,
That's true.
on just what happened here, ladies and gentlemen, ONIC Philippines, Beloyski, and Hatred, right? They were trying to protect the borders of Kyrie to get on the buffs or the objectives in, but that was important as well. It's always for ONIC. Now we are seeing more of the movement, rotations around the map, not to be stolen by objectives. But looking on the Demon Kite, he's faster on this emblem as well, and it clears with objectives.
It's super fun watching Nats play on the X-Lane because every single time that the camera shifts to his lane, it's always him zoning out the enemy X-Lane.
So aggressive, man.
I don't know how he's been able to do that for all X-Laners out there. Even he's doing it against Delar.
This is like
the general.
The general, yeah, exactly. It's not a mean feat. It's not an easy feat, by
He
the
gets
way.
level 4 first. This is going to be a problem for ONIC PH because RSG can position themselves in this area, but Hatred and Baloy is already running towards the Turtle Pit. Actually, Demon Kite is level 3.
Nats popping in, man.
First turtle, who's going to secure it? It's Kyrie. Cleanly secured, but Demon Kite is going to be in trouble.
Oh, the hook
from the Loyski could fall off there, but Aqua's going to be in trouble here. That's 3. That's 1. But Light has been catch up by Beloyski. Freely escapes right on the path of the objective.
And that, ladies and gents, is a 2 for none right there for ONIC. What a great start for the black and yellow.
Follow-up, man.
Great start indeed. Demon Kai was not even level 4 when the turtle happened. I'm quite surprised that Baloyski was able to delay Demon Kai in such a huge fashion. He's super delayed in this game. And now ONIC PH, again, we talked about this. They need to scale, and right now they have control of the early game.
This is a massive, this is a massive boost to ONIC because right now they are supposed to be the team that's kind of a little bit behind on the early game. And so far, they are getting a very healthy 1K gold lead at least for the first 3 minutes of the game.
Items in for RSG and ONIC. Pride on boots as well, but it is Hatred and Baloyski duo trying to pressure down Demon Kite and Light since they knew it's a combo-based art for RSG. They responded in 3s and in 2s. But objectives now is on with ONIC. But Baloyski being trapped, Frigid Breath with the pull. Baloyski being trapped down with a wild charge for all 3-man knock up. Kyrie. No follow, but it's going to be Baloyski. Demon Kite not extending. He's burning. But now it's ONIC Philippines just rescuing and peeling them back off for safety.
Yep, not extending. He's burning just like Nats right now against
look
Lars.
At Nats, man.
Such an aggro player. I love it.
Tough.
So action-packed. And that's exactly what you want to see in a team. That you want to be proactive in your lanes. You want to try to use that that intangible aura you have of just eking out an advantage.
Baloyski catches one. Demon Kite going to be in trouble, but responding in for Aqua. But that Aqua securing down, taking down Baloyski, but Hatred taking down Demon Kite. No jungler, but Hatred on 3. But Kyrie rolling in down. Hatred receiving damage, but Kyrie from the back. That is 2 against 1. Sustaining damage, but Light going to be in trouble. And Nats going in up front, but they will secure this turtle. Second. With a push back out, RSG didn't have a chance.
So right now, Eman is free hitting, or was free hitting there. But the problem was his damage is not quite there yet. No matter how good your position is, this is not the time for a Beatrix to fight.
Yep, ONIC Philippines, they now have, again, the early game advantage, and this is going to be favorable, especially for Marky, able to take gold from the shields in the middle lane. He now has Windtalker, interestingly.
Early.
And I think after that, he buys the Scarlet Phantom, which has been a current trend in the gold lane rank games, because you do walk fast, super fast, and you deal a lot of damage after the crits have popped out from the Windtalker because of the added attack speed from the passive.
You just want to get that right.
ONIC Philippines onto position. RSG and Eman onto the bush. They know, but this is dangerous as well. They're rotating in 4s. They know Baloyski could be in any bushes for hooks. But this time, they're putting RSG to respond on who's going to make the first. But Dilarski and Nath's battle up, down bottom. Yep. Similar things.
Dilarski forced to flicker out. This is going to be a key factor for RSG. Once the turtle has spawned, Dilarski will not have the
Here we go again.
Potential.
Will he jump?
The Nats difference is just so apparent. And you're right on the draft earlier. This pick absolutely demolishes the Daraf.
Conceal play. Defensive move there for Baloyski and Hatred.
Light.
The duo, Light, uses Conceal. Hook misses out. They know what's coming. But Marky, they're giving space for Marky. The trade of the tower right there, Midnight.
Scarlet Phantom is already locked in for Marky as well. He is almost primed and ready to go. I think he's battle ready.
It'll be interesting how RSG deals with the turtle fight, especially being under-leveled on their own jungler. There's 2-level advantage on Kari over Demon Kite, so I don't think RSG is really happy when it comes to the neutral objectives at this point. They need to find something on the map. They need to find a team fight. They need to have Light set up a good clash for RSG.
And clashing is exactly what ONIC wants right now. They're controlling that turtle. That's a third that they got consecutively. And you know what? ONIC is on the road to recovery here.
Yeah, 2.5 goal advance there. Eternal battle down bottom. Here's Kyrie reinforced. 2 against 1. Nats will be able to sustain this. It's 2 against 1, but Nats taken down by Kyrie. Baloyski being chased by 3, but Marky here, don't forget about Marky. That's the opposite way, but Imon Kai taken down Baloyski. Marky goes out, Hatred right in the middle, Kyrie defending it in the jump. That is Light going down. No setups for RSG. It's trades. 4 trades.
A lot of trades coming in here.
Thing is, ONIC Philippines, they're the ones who are happy with the trades that is happening right now because, again, they still have the Nathan, which could be really scary on the late game. Towers will melt, and I think Marky, with the itemization that he has here, is going to be really crucial in terms of picking off heroes for RSG, because if you're RSG, Light needs to find a setup against this Nathan.
That was really good effort for RSG to go for a trade, but again, Kyrie's just so mobile on that Baksha. He can get to the fight a lot quicker, and he is tanky. So there's not really much RSG could do, especially since they already use a lot of their skills to get that trade.
So we're seeing possibly or probably a slow-paced game, being cautious and prepared on the objectives. They're not committing now. ONIC now is trying to get map coverage against RSG, putting them into burning out resources. Down lane, bottom push from Dilarski. Ooh. Baloyski here,
He's in
taken
trouble,
down by
man.
Aqua. Okay.
All right, small misstep, and that might be leading
Top lane,
into
though.
bigger problems, and Marky might be more vulnerable here.
Look at how fast the Nathan just pushes the tower. And this is where ONIC Philippines will feel the advantage. They take the objectives much faster compared to RSG. But they need to be concerned about the positioning of Light in these circumstances. Because again, you still need to respect the damage output of the Beatrix and the Sicilian. But right now, ONIC Philippines, again, they have full control of the early. Now that it's mid-game, it'll be really, really scary for RSG to fight into the Lord area. Marky has completed the DHS. So this is a full attacks with DPS on the Nathan, which is going to melt through the HP bars of RSG.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest problems we're seeing here is that no one from RSG can actually reach the Nathan.
Yeah.
If he goes
challenge.
for
Marky being bursted down by Aqua.
Almost hit with the sniper. Eman, this crucial moment, missed the shot against Marky. The Nathan almost fell down, but again, a tower was secured in the middle lane, which is going to allow Kyrie to have full access to the jungle of Demon Kite.
Yeah, a little bit of a boo-boo, but not something that you can't really, not recover from. So we're still in pretty much good shape for both teams. RSG definitely on the back foot.
Okay, so RSG now is taking objective safely. 4-man rotation, while ONIC here is splitting and multitasking on what needs to be done. No tower downs taken from ONIC Philippines, and this clears up laning and also to engage. But now it's a slow-paced game, okay?
And that's exactly how ONIC wants it. They can better protect Marky because of that.
They need to be sure.
On the other hand, Sicilian is getting a lot of
The
stacks.
scaling.
He only died once. So ONIC Philippines still needs to worry about the positioning of Aqua. It's the same thing with Marky. RSG needs to find a way to close the gap against the Nathan, but also ONIC Philippines, they need to find a way to catch the Sicilian on the backline because he is going to deal a lot of damage to these frontliners.
Yep, and RSG is just going to become that scary death ball, right? When they group up together and Sicilian on the back,
Yep.
it's a really scary comp if you think about it.
Look at how rich Marky is. 9,000 gold. And the highest on the side of RSG is Eman, sitting at 7,200. This is such a huge lead for ONIC Philippines, and this is just how the Nathan works. When he was back when during he was still a jungler, Nathan was the fastest jungler in the game, and now that he is in the gold lane, he is the fastest gold laner in the game because he just deals so much damage. He takes objectives way faster compared to any other gold laners, with the sole exception, of course, of Papa the Koopa. But Marky on this Nathan just wants to secure his item to make sure that come the late game, they're going to be able to fight into RSG.
Yeah, real-time
That
win
is
rate.
real true.
There you go.
64%. Look
Pretty
at how
big.
ONIC manages to take this territory of control for RSG, forcing them into a spot, like 4 of them right in that orange buff. And it's ONIC, 5 of them, like having control over the river. Oh,
Interesting.
7.2k gold lead. It's the push. It's the mistakes that RSG can commit. No tower still being taken down. They're ready, but 12-minute Lord is up.
It's looking like another trap here, folks, and ONIC got all of the bushes covered. Full vision and knowledge, rather, that they don't really need to concern themselves too much. There's no big threats. And now all ONIC's waiting for, I think, is time.
It's always time. Look at how fast Marky clears that Lord.
Wait, 100
No
strike?
attempt?
100 strike on the Grok? That's interesting. More movement speed, I guess, after the initial hit to proc the passer. But again, ONIC Philippines, they do get the Lord. There's a huge gold lead on their side. 9K
Right.
at 13 minutes in. RSG, they need to find a way to defend this push against ONIC Philippines. They still have the Sicilian, but look at the Nathan. He's just stacked at this point.
He's just walking, like a walk in the park. But let's talk about RSG here. How are they going to come back? Or how will they
It
make
has to
this
be light. They need to have a good setup on the Atlas. But the thing is, Marky still has to purify.
Oh yeah, that one factor just can clearly
Beloy?
release everything but Beloy.
Where is Beloyski right now? He is kind of just around the area, exactly where RSG won't expect it.
Will Light make a play? One has been stopped.
Oh!
Three has been caught up in the hands of Lice. Here comes RSG. Will they make a follow-up? That's only one casualty. It's Marky. It's the timing. It's one. One more down. Beloyski is down. The momentum.
Bro.
Oh, the surprise. There you go. You've been waiting for that setup. That is Light. Let's go back from what just happened there.
It was a Doctor Strange 1 in 14 million moment.
Yeah.
That was all that was.
Honestly, it came down to timing. Marky did not expect that at all. Because you know what? The perfect match was gone. Nobody would expect the Atlas to go in after the initial sanguine clause from the Sicilian. Let's look at the replay. All right, Marky was caught off guard, and it pulled the ultimate away such that Light found the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment, and the Purify was delayed. The sanguine clause canceled the ultimate of the Nathan and RSG. They got what they wanted.
This is looking scary.
He also
A good play.
he also found Delarski at the end of his jump.
Yeah.
So there was no escape mechanism. They were all panicked. That was so scary.
I am now looking at the chances. This is getting dangerous for ONIC Philippines. Light, he just became a total spotlight. Just shine in front of you, and you're shocked right away.
Yeah.
Element of surprise.
Flash my eyes! My eyes!
That's exactly how you paint it.
Honestly, I would say you have to give it to Aqua.
Yeah.
That claw pulled
grab.
off the string. You know, the ultimate of the Nathan was canceled, and Marky thought he was safe, but Light blinked in. And he was delayed in casting the Purify.
Who
That's
does
why
that?
RSG got the damage from the sniper. Eman is now starting to hurt.
It's building up.
And I have to say, this shotgun would matter for RSG. This Beatrix,
damage,
the
yeah.
amount of burst damage that he can deal during the Ada's ultimate is going to be worrisome for ONIC PH.
Yeah.
Conceal play
Conceal
from
play.
RSG. Will they
Hatred.
make the first move here?
Flicker by
flickered
Beloy.
out. Aqua activated. Hatred trying to secure areas for ONIC Philippines. Conceal is out for RSG Philippines.
He can go back in.
Luminous Lord is important. Stun, that's the hook. Light can't move, being suppressed down. Map knock up from Kyrie as well.
Ultimate!
The ultimate!
Marky.
Kyrie has been caught up. Eman receives the kill. 4 members. Hatred on the killing speed. Nats is down. One more hook.
Yeah, no jungler.
No jungler, no retribution. Who secures it? Demon
No
Guide
way.
secures the Lord. Hatred, 4-man from ONIC, going back out for defense.
It was the right idea. ONIC Philippines wanted to fight the Atlas before they can take out the Lord, because they need Light out or they want to force out the ulti. But the thing is, Kyrie, the HP bars aren't enough, because the Sicilian was there, and after the initial lockdown, after the initial ult, the claws and the bats were enough for them to secure the kill onto Kyrie and RSG. Again, proving that this lineup is really hard to fight into.
It's not the highlight moment for me in that last one. It was the fact that Nats actually was really dedicated in hunting down Marky.
Yeah.
Marky
Eyes
could
on
not.
target.
Mark couldn't really pull off what he needed to do there.
Again,
Yeah.
same old Nuts doing the backline job. He is basically the walking win condition here for RSG. And the main condition was that for RSG to fight against ONIC, somebody needs to zone out this Nathan. And he was on the backline. He was sitting near the Lord. Well, and Marky was forced to commit and taking down the Thams, but that was in trade of the backshow of ONIC Philippines.
Look at that. Economy has been advanced from RSG. They're just saying patience is a virtue. No, don't mind the turrets down. It's moment. It's the combo making it all work for RSG. Setups from Light, the grabs from Aqua. There's too much to contain for RSG, and it's always the perfect moment that you want to execute.
Ooh, look at this. 3 heroes in the bush for RSG. All right, Hatred sees the setup here, but there's already the immortality for the Atlas. There's going to be 2 rounds of lives for Light. So Baloyski, he will find it really hard for him to focus the Atlas, because even if he does so, setup is still going to be there for the second life of the Atlas.
ONIC slowing down, is that a good sign though? Because earlier they were
This is dangerous.
Fast and the Furious.
I think that's the pressure going inside your head.
Up.
I think we are getting to a big tipping point here, as you can see, guys.
Light.
Even on the
Will he grab? Will he grab more? Okay.
The bait. Oh, the bite. The bite.
The press time down. Light is going to be out. Hatred as well. But the trade is 1-1. Aqua with the mega kill.
No, it's a 1 for none.
It's a 1 for
Light's
none.
still alive.
Yeah, this is the immortality effect for RSG.
Look at that.
He was baiting the Purify of Marky.
Oh my gosh. Like,
now it's harder for Marky to stay alive.
even me, I was flashed by the light stand corrected. No trade. It was all about the drain of resources.
All right, here's the thing. Hatred will most likely be here once the Lord is up. And RSG, they don't have the immortality on Light, and they don't have the flicker. So if you're on a PH, you might be happy with the current trade, but still, you have to be worried about the damage output of the Sicilian. We saw Aqua just take out the Grok completely by himself.
Wow.
That's a big tempo swing if I've ever seen one.
This a game of chess plus Jedi mind tricks and all the things that you can think about.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, if
Don't blink.
Honestly, that would
Please.
have been better for RSG if Light did commit the ultimate against the Nathan, because now the next Lord fight, the Nathan will not have Purify. ONIC PH should be really happy because Marky still has the Purify, so they have a fail-safe option for the Nathan. They don't need to worry about him. They just need to worry about covering the Atlas and making sure that the Baksha is not being zoned out either by the Thams or being taken down by the Sicilian.
I want to point out that trade that we saw before that, though.
Yeah.
That was absolutely worth. I think because of that trade, immortality for a kill, that just snowballed into something so much bigger.
Yeah, but
They're baiting them out.
the thing is, this is going to be a Lord fight between the 2 teams.
That's what's coming next.
Yeah, again, kills, they do matter when it comes down to the proper situation. If Hatred is sitting at 40 seconds respawn time, this might be big for RSG. But the Lord is gonna respawn in 15 seconds, and Hatred is up in 20. And I don't think RSG has enough damage to take the Lord down and fight, considering that they also need to control the positions of ONIC PH.
But I think they do have enough to buy time, though, right? I mean, it's just a man down.
I think if they want to win in the next couple of seconds, they need to fight ONIC PH.
They gotta do it.
They gotta do it.
Yeah.
They need to.
They gotta force things out. They have to force the Purify from the Nathan. They have to they have to use the hand-winning card, which is Mats on the Thams.
Oh, this game is nuts.
We're going Nats this time for game number 3. Back into the game. 19-minute Luminous Lord. They're ringing the bell.
They're
Baloyski
fully committing.
trying to get
It is
vision.
they're
Nats
following
starting up
you.
the fight, but Light.
Oh,
But
again?
Light. Will he grab it? That was three. That was three from RSG. But the response in. They were patient.
Oh
but
my
that part
goodness.
goes down there. Kill. Demon Kite is out. Follow from Nats. Hatred is trying to burst down one. Hold it down. Aqua now unstoppable. That is RSG.
We just talked about this RSG.
Just
the
right
Lord,
now.
The Lord was a bait. Guys, we're not doing Lord. We're fighting you. Yes, Demon Kite did die, but the main hero of this game is the Beatrix, the Atlas, and of course, the Sicilian.
That's 2 out for ONIC Philippines. This is very crucial. 2 minions pushing in mid in the base of ONIC Philippines right
Kyrie.
now. Look at how they're doing it. Zoning out, Conceal, Baloyski. Light is catching up. Just to zone out Baloyski. Luminous Lord secures in by Aqua.
Oh, the flicker
Oh
out!
my
still
God.
alive!
They're still
No
making
way.
it work. Sanguine Claws and to Kyrie. Nats forcing ultimate out.
Doing that Sphinx.
Oh,
You know what?
we all
ONIC
need to breathe here.
ONIC PH, Kyrie still had the retribution, and RSG did not have Demon Kite. But Kyrie cannot contest RSG. You know why? Nats was sitting in front of him. He was like, hey, it's a winning condition right there.
I'm
We're
here.
not going to fight you.
I'm here.
Look at me,
Nats,
look at me. I'm the
Acknowledge
captain
me.
now.
Said by Nats. That's a nice line, by the way.
If you walk near this area, you provide me with a winning condition.
Oh,
And they did.
Oh, look at
That they did.
5-man TPs.
I mean,
5
if someone walked into there, that would have been the win, maybe.
Honestly,
death
that would have been
trap.
disastrous because if they walked into the Atlas, that would have been disaster for ONIC.
oh, we need to take a breather here. We'll, I don't know if we can even breathe, but RSG,
Calm before the storm.
will they
Light,
properly end this game, or will ONIC Philippines still hold the clock?
Yo.
All right, this is the power of the Nathan. This is the power of the Nathan during base defense. He clears the wave so fast,
Yeah.
and he just completely destroys the Lord.
But
RSG still has minion waves coming inside of his.
And
ONIC!
one hatred has been trapped. Still escaping. ONIC is still breathing. Regen in. He's still
they
sustaining
can
the damage.
clear, they can clear.
Okay.
Okay, take a breathe. Take
That's-
a breath.
All right,
Okay,
so
all
take a
calm
breath.
down.
Breathe.
All calm.
okay.
Baloy!
Baloy, Baloy, Baloy,
On this
Baloy.
next one, guys, say it with me. We're just like the crows or the seagulls in Finding Nemo. Light, light, light,
Light, light, light.
Watch out. Keep your
Okay.
eyes on the prize.
Oh, that's a good line.
I'm losing words. I'm losing my breath.
Dropped in one. Marky, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. A hatred.
I don't know. Every single time that I speak, something happens in this game. Oh my goodness.
No
RSG.
towers. No towers left for ONIC Philippines.
Oh,
Knocking out
hatred.
one.
Oh, boy.
Will this
Light.
be enough? Will this be enough?
No wild charge, no wild charge.
Oh, two has been caught from ONIC Philippines as RSG going wild. Responding in. ONIC Philippines is trying hard to defend, but Eman as well. Taking down Marky. But now they're calling in the last one. Kyrie Dialarski. Can he still hold on? But RSG, the Raiders. Raiders are calling it. They are calling it. Ladies and gentlemen, Raiders. RSG.
And there you go. It is a free 0 for RSG. They are top seed, boys, and they are still roaring here in the playoffs.
You know what? This reminds me of what happened yesterday. This is the exact replica of Echo versus Smart Omega. ONIC PH had full control of the early game, but it came down to a single play by RSG. That claw from the Sicilian allowed Light to set up things for RSG, and that last fight after the Atlas ult, the Sanguine Claw secured the game for RSG. There was no running away from the King Slayers.
You know, when I think about it, a Sanguine Claw is like a bit of a mini Fatal Links.
Yeah.
A group of multiple people. I
Yeah.
just thought about that right now.
This is what you call fatal links.
It really was a fatal connection between these. Actually, the Holy Trinity here is like, you mentioned it. Atlas in the front, Beatrix on the left, Cillian on the right.
Yeah.
You're gonna get blown up, grouped up, and smothered. Exactly what we saw here in this game.
My oh my.
RSG was so patient from game or for minute one, not taking any